So in this video we're going to raise a quote for a special item and then attach it to a purchase order. So we could be doing this as a direct site, but in this case we're going to do it as a delivered quote. First thing we do is we go and choose a special item. So when I go and do the search, the specials, we as a convention code starting with an underscore, just as a quick way to find something. But if I go and type something in, I can find a special for sandstone paving. Click on the link for that. I can choose how many items it's going to be. We'll take 25 of whatever it may be. Being a special, it comes up, there's no selling price, there's no cost price set. The description is sort of free type, but because I've chosen a sandstone paving special, it'll be, firstly it knows to handle it as a unit product, and also it will add it into the analysis for sandstone paving for this particular business. So what we can do is we can overtype the description with whatever it may be. So let's do 400 by 400. Whatever the description may be. Obviously you can free type in as much as you would like. At the moment, if we're just quoting it as a straightforward product, we can add in a selling price and a cost price. However, if we come across to the right hand side, click on the three dots and go to stock source, then what we can do, specials are not stock controlled, so we can choose where we're actually going to source it from. It may be that there's already a purchase order for it that we could add it to. We might want to bring this item in for stock, but with specials that tends to be less likely. More likely it is either we're going to bring it in on a back-to-back purchase, or we're going to do it direct to site. So I'm going to do a back-to-back on this particular occasion. It shows me any draft purchase orders that are available that I could add it to as an extra line, but I'm actually going to create a back-to-back purchase order to associate it with. Drop down the special to go and choose the particular supplier it's going to be coming from. I've got a sort of favourite one there. It's inherited the quantity to order from the selling quantity on the quote. You can over order if it's something that you actually want to bring more of in for stock, but I'm just going to take the 25 that we've got there. Once that in, it links it up to the purchase order, so I can go through to the purchase order from the number or the supplier of the purchase order there, and I can see it's a draft purchase order. Obviously it's a quote, so we've not yet placed it. If I'm looking in and I can see that it's £12.50 as the cost price, as it says in the text above, the buying price, so the cost price that I put in here is the buying price on the purchase order, and I can either put in the selling price if I know it, or I may want to make a target margin, and therefore that'll give me a selling price to the customer, and I can carry that forward from there. I can then confirm that quote. There we go. Email the quote out to the customer, and that's now a live quote. If I go and look at the purchase side of things, you'll see it's a draft back-to-back purchase. You can see the quote that it's associated with, and again I can link back to that. It's brought forward the description that we typed into the sales order, and it's brought forward the £12.50 buy price on that particular product. So if we jump back to the sales order, if the customer then says, yep, that's great, I'll take that please, allocate the order. There we go, email order confirmation out to the customer. And so now if I go to the equivalent side, I can now place that purchase order. Email the purchase order to the supplier, and that's now placed. If I go back to the sales order, I can see that it's actually now expected in on the 6th of the 10th, which was the expected delivery date on the purchase order. So both sides are kept in step as we progress the order forward. Hope you found that useful.